Hands down. Hands down. Hands down shit, you know what I mean?
Welcome back. Hands Down Sports here, your starting lineup podcast. And today, of course, I'm recording while this game is going on. Washington Commanders and the Miami Dolphins. They're playing in Madrid right now. It's 3-3, end of the first quarter. But before I get to all of that, we got to talk about some important wins and losses going on in the NFL. I'm going to give you my take on Friday's Miami Heat New York Knicks game. Really upset about it. And I'm going to go over some of the trophies and some of the awards that some of these guys in the MLB have won recently. Of course, my guy from the New York Yankees got one of the, top awards. You know who that is. And then, I don't know, did you watch that Dominican-Puerto Rican game over in Citi Field? I didn't get to watch it. Tune me in. I know the final score, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that. But I'm going to give you my take, how I feel about Latino baseball, you know what I'm saying? It's official. So, thanks for watching, of course, man. Give me that like, that subscribe real quick. This is unlike any other, podcast, sports related, social media page that you're going to ever see, my G. I don't hold back, dogs. You know what I mean? It's Hands Down Sports, dogs. I got you. Sit back, light up that J kid. You know what I mean? That yak. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, bro. Let's get it. Now, going into my segment, Tackle Football. As you can see, I'm rocking the Jaguars today. They're, let me see here. The Jags are at home playing the Chargers. I'm going to go over the wins and losses for this week. But before I do that, let me get into this Thursday night game. The Jets headed over to New England to play the Patriots. Now, you guys saw the game. A lot of Jet fans were a little hopeful, hoping to get just one win. You know what I mean? Like, good Lord. But the Patriots are basically showing you that they're one of the best teams in the league. So they did their thing. Now, the final score was 14-27. Let's go over some of these stats because one guy shined while their starting running back has been out for the last 2 weeks. Trayvon Henderson scored 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 receiving. Let's see here. The spread was 12.5, and you had to go over, babe, because the Patriots won by 13 points. The total amount of points was 42.5, and of course, they went under, right? 27-14. That's like 41, right? Yeah, 41. So they went under that. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy, son. But let me see here. Justin Field had a 5-yard rushing touchdown. Trayvon Henderson had a 7-yard rushing touchdown, making it 7-7. Let me see here. Then in the second quarter again, Trayvon Henderson, a 7-yard rush for a touchdown. Then in the third quarter, Trayvon Henderson for a 6-yard pass from Drake May for another touchdown, making it 21-7. Let's see here. John Miche, the third, had a 22-yard pass from Justin Fields for a touchdown and to end the fourth quarter kind of thing. And then in the fourth quarter, let me see here, a 44-yard field goal and a 26-yard field goal by the Patriots' Andy Baraglis, if I'm pronouncing that right. Now, Justin Fields did throw for 116 yards, which he hasn't been doing that much this season. It's crazy. How your quarterback is not even passing for more than 100 yards. That's like the blueprint for failure. Your team is not going to be good if your quarterback is not, you know what I mean, doing nothing over there. Anyways, Drake May, he's in the running for MVP, 281 yards and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 105 receiving yards and 9 catches, PPR wise in fantasy. Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And of course, let me see here. Justin Fields ran it in for 67 yards and a score as well. So I mean, if you had him on fantasy, it's not too bad. What you had, let me see. Did he throw any interceptions? Because he probably did. No, he did not. Okay, so he ran it in and he threw a touchdown. Then he had the 67 receiving yards. That's rushing yards. That's like about 18 PPR points right there. But then he threw for 116 yards, another little 4 yards, 4 points on that. Depending on your structure, of course. It didn't do too bad if you had him on your squad, which you didn't. So, shit, man, I'd rather have this dude from the Cardinals right now. But anyway, so that's that game on Thursday. If you're a Pats fan, it was amazing. It looked great. Your team's defense is official. The offense is in a good groove. I'm really happy for that coach that came from Tennessee over to the Patriots. I mean, that dude's the man. Who doesn't want to play for him? You see him like after every game, right by the locker room, giving his guys high fives and hugs and everything and bumps and you know what I mean? Who don't want to play for a dude like that, dogs? Anyways, Patriots going far this year, my G. And if they don't, they got a bright future. They're going to add some pieces. And they're going to be winning some chips, dog. Get used to that one. You know what I mean? It's hard to fill those shoes of Mr. Brady and them. You know what I'm saying? But this team is going in the right direction. Let me see here. Right now, I know that I said that the Washington and Dolphins game was like 3-3. They're over there kicking field goals because they can't score. Because they don't got quarterbacks that could really, Tua, una mierda, loco. One game he's like amazing, and then 3 games he's trash. Mariota, you know what he is. He's a running quarterback, dogs. He barely throws the ball anyways. Look at this. They're about to tie the game. What a game. You go to Madrid, son. Like, yo, big shout out to my accountant, Justin. You know what I mean? If you saw my video about Marlins Dodgers games last year, he was there in attendance with me. But my guy went to go watch the Dolphins. He went to go visit Madrid too, I think he has some family out there. But the dude, he's amazing, babe. He just went to the game, son. He said, yeah, I got me some tickets. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to post it right here. This is the picture of him. It should be, I should be there too with you, Justin. You know what I mean? But I'm on next year. Let's see where the Dolphins go next year. But anyways, to go over there. You live in the States. Te fuiste para Madrid to watch the Dolphins, and they're over there kicking field goals. Can't wait, lock. Hopefully the second half. I mean, they still got like 7 minutes right now in the second quarter, but we'll see, my G. So before I end this segment, let's go into this win and loss right here. Now, the LA Chargers, they're here in Florida facing the Jacksonville Jaguars. Travis Hunter is out for the season with a knee injury. I'm going for the Chargers. They're going to beat the Jags. I mean, they just lost that game to Houston, and they were up by like 19 in the fourth quarter. So I don't got no faith in my guys, but I love the happy. The logo's official. Their thought logo. I got to go to their stadium soon, my G. Anyways, the Bills host the Buccaneers, and usually I go for the Buccaneers, but the Bills are going to win this one after losing to the Dolphins last year. Last week, playing like bums. This is going to be a shootout, babe. It's a wrap. The Bears are going to Minnesota to face the Vikings. Rivalry game. I think Justin Jefferson will have a huge game here, but the Bears are going to win this game. They are the better team right now, dogs. They're playing great. Their quarterback, and you know what I'm saying? They're doing really good, son. Let me see here. The Texans, they got to go to Tennessee, to that beautiful stadium they got over there. But the Tennessee Titans are going the opposite route of wins. They're going to catch another L. And the Texans are going to go back. They're going to win 2 in a row here. The Packers got to go to NYC to play the G-Men. The G-men are not full throttle. Dart is not playing. Apparently, he has to have a coach kind of break it down like, yo, when you run the ball, let slide. You know what I mean? Let's avoid hits because he's already had multiple concussions and he's going into that tent multiple times already this season. And he is a bright future for the Giants to be successful. We need him to not get injured. You know what I mean? Run out of bounds, doggy. But I think that the Packers will win this game because they're the best team ever. Nah, just joking. But anyways, the Giants fired coach Brian DeBall. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for a new coach. I don't know who that's going to be, but you know they're already looking for next year, dogs. Their star running back is out for the season. You know what I mean? They need a superstar wide receiver, dogs. I know they got decent, number threes. They got an upcoming tight end, but the G-men, they got work to do, my G. So 49ers go to Arizona. I feel like this is going to be a low-scoring game. I believe this dude's going to be playing, como se llama este loco, the quarterback, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is going to be playing this game. I think it's going to be low-scoring. McCaffrey's hasn't been himself for the last 2 weeks, so we'll see what's going on there. But I'm thinking that the 49ers are going to pull this one off. The Steelers are at home against the Bengals, another rivalry game. We have the old guys, behind center. We'll see, will they both throw for 400 yards today? Because these defenses, the Steelers' defense should be much better, but, we'll see, babe. We'll see what happens. I think the Steelers are going to pull that one off. The Panthers have to go to Atlanta to face the Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. had some, controversial comments that upset the coaches. I don't know if they're going to bench him or not, but, he is their best quarterback at this moment because Cousins una mierda loco. We'll see what happens there, but I think the Falcons are going to catch another L, B. You know what I mean? Playing at that beautiful Mercedes-Benz stadium, dogs. Man, that stadium, I got to go back over there, doggy. All right, so who's next? So we got the Rams going. Oh, no, the Rams are at home because the Chargers are away. So the Rams are at home facing the Seahawks. Now, this, to me, is the game of the week. And there's another game, too. That's the game of the week as well for me that I really want to see. This is a rivalry game. Seattle Seahawk great Hall of Famer Kenny Easley passed away at the age of 66. So I think the Seahawks are going to be dedicating this game to him to see if they can pull this off. The Rams have been playing so awesome. I don't think they're going to, win, but it's a coin flip on, any of these two teams can win, but I think the Rams are going to pull it off at the end. Another rivalry game, we got the Ravens headed over to Cleveland. Now, Cleveland, I scratched my head, babe, because, tu sabes, loco, Shador, he's not going to get no burn. The team is like, yo, just put him out there. See what happens, dogs. Gabriel's over there, throwing mierda, loco. He can't even see. I don't know, son, what's going on with that dude, but the Browns, again, another losing season, man. I feel bad for that franchise, for the fans of that franchise. I think they're very hardcore, dedicated, fans to the team, even though, no están ganando, loco. They don't go to the playoffs. I know they've been to a playoff game, I don't know, somebody told me like 5 years ago or something. I don't even know, son, because it's like the Browns are winning. I hope they do one day pretty soon, but Ravens, they're going to continue that win streak. Lamar, you're the man, doggy. Give the ball to the king. He's going to run through these dudes. It's over. The Broncos are at home facing the Chiefs, and this is my wild take today. The Broncos is gonna win this game. You know what I mean? Rivalry game. Unfortunately, Dobbins, he's in the IR. He might miss the whole season. You know, he was playing great for them, but they still got Harvey, who's going to step up, rookie running back. He got skills. If you have him on their fantasy, yo, that's it. You don't even take him out the starting lineup, bro. Forget about it. Now, the second game of the week that I think will be an amazing game, and I know I'm definitely going to be watching this one. The Eagles host the Lions. Now, I'm a big fan of Detroit to win the Super Bowl. But this game, they're going to lose to the Eagles. It's going to be ugly. You know what I mean? Might be like a 23-21 type of game. You know what I'm saying? You know, you saw what the Eagles, how they played against the Packers. Was it Monday night? That was a horrible game to watch, dog. I think I turned it off by the third quarter, son. Midway to the third quarter, I was like, esto no mierda, loco. But this game is going to be a little bit of the opposite. You know, there's going to be some scores, some touchdowns, some field goals. So, but I don't know. I think the Eagles will pull it off. A.J. Brown, I don't know what's going on with my guy, but he's not happy over there. Wide open every game, at least 3 times. Hurts. What's going on, my G? Talk to me. What do they tell you in the locker room, dog? Don't pass it to A.J. Brown? Like, you got beef with this dude? There's a problem behind the scenes with you guys? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I know Devontae Smith is on my fantasy league, but, you know, that's the best wide receiver, man. A.J. Brown. Let's not be dumb. And then the Monday night game is another horrible game. The boys are going to win over the Raiders. And the Raiders are at home in Las Vegas, which I got to visit really soon, you know, through my connects with the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. You know what I mean? But, you know, those are my wins and loss picks. You know, I think that Monday night game is going to be another boring one. But anyways, my football fantasy league is done for the season. I am 1-9. Let me go over the players that I have, because if you have them on your team, you know, bench them all. Because they didn't do nothing for me. But, of course, I got some of these guys on trades because I started my season like 0-5. So, you know. But my team is consistent in this. So, right now I'm starting Jacoby Brissett because Sam Darnold, I don't trust him against the Rams, but I should start him against the Rams. I don't know. So the season's over. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Trey Henderson killed it because I picked him up on a trade. Woody Marks, another trade candidate. I got a lot of rookies on my team. I drafted a lot of rookies, but you know, whatever. My team is trash. Romeo Dobbs, Rashid Rice, Oronde Gadsden, tight end, Devontae Smith, Ashton Genty, and then Seattle defense and Pinero kicker. I got Charbonnet, Debo Samuel, Tyler Warren, Marvin Harrison, who's just got some appendix situation going on. Una mierda, loco. My team is trash. My football fantasy season is over. I only have one team on my best ball that's right now in 5th place, and I'm only down like 180 points. So if I can get some, production, Lamar Jackson, I got some good guys on that one team. Out of my 7 teams, I only got one. I mean, being in the 5th place right now, week 11, it's not nice because I got to do nice right now. And, 4 weeks, I got 4 weeks, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got to score like 300 points every week to at least get into that 2nd place. That will bring me to the playoffs. If it doesn't happen, 2025 was a wash for Hands Down Sports and football fantasy, dog. Really the worst season I've ever had in fantasy. I've been playing for like 20 years. This is the first time that I can recall trash. Just straight got basura. You know what I mean? But, next year, my G, we keep it moving. And let's go to my next segment, baloncesto. Vamos ver. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right because my Spanish is horrible. My Latino card has been revoked for 20 years. Can't get it back. But I got something to say about the Knicks, babe. One of these, my G. All right, guys. The New York Knicks, baby. My favorite team. Ya tu sabes, loco. What's going on? Now, they played the Heat. And I understand. The Heat, the Celtics, the Sixers, these are teams that are always, no matter what, who's on the team. And I'm going to say that again. Doesn't matter who's on their team. They're going to play very hard. And they're going to play their best game against the New York Knicks. It doesn't matter who's on the Knicks either. They're going to come through. They're going to play like Michael Jordan times 10. And the reason why I say that is because I'm upset at this win here. All y'all Knicks fans, let me know in the comments, dogs. All y'all Knicks, social media pages. You know what I mean? Knicks fans TV and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love watching their stuff. If you don't know about them, you're missing out. Especially if you're a Knicks fan, tune into their stuff. I need to be like them, my G. But I'm different. You know what I mean? My hands all messed up aquí. Tengo una vaina. Anyways, my G. Cat. You're sold, my G. 31 points in the first half. You know what I was thinking, dog? You know what I was thinking? I was like, he's going off, baby. He's going to hit 60, maybe 70. You know what I mean? And then I sat back and was like, man, these games are fixed. These games are paid. You know what I mean? These games, somebody's betting on the game. He's not even going to score 15 points in the second half. And I got voice footage. You know what I mean? Of course, you're like, oh, no, you probably said it after the game. But it's all good. Don't believe me. I was like, dogs, yo, Cat, how many points you scored in the second half? What they tell you in the locker room, dogs, they tell you, yo, you got to calm down. Don't score no more. You can't score more than 10. 8? Oh, yeah, you can do 8. That's good. That's good. Keep it at 8. He ended it with 39 points, my J. Now, I can't say nothing for the Heat because Norman Powell, yo, son, I was like, who is this guy? I don't really know, you know what I'm saying? Who's this dude? But anyways, yo, he's really good. Like, I've seen, like, his stats for the last 5 seasons, and I'm like, oh, he's improving. The more playing time he gets, he shows that he can be one of those top guys with 25 a game kind of thing. Official. But I know we don't got, Brunson out there, the Predator, you know what I'm saying? OG got hurt. I think somebody, the sweat got on his jersey. Somebody's sweat got on his jersey, and he's like, oh, I'm out for the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened to the dude. I didn't really look into it. I'm just upset that I'm like, dogs, if it wasn't for Shamet was the player of the game. He turned into Jordan. I mean, finally, somebody that's not on the opposite side of the team turns into a superstar. Because, I'm expecting him to, shoot some threes, wide open in the corner. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect him to drive the ball like he did and play, he does play a pretty good defense. He's hustling out there. He's not the dude getting, $25 million a year. You know what I'm saying? He works for his paycheck, which is a nice one, but still. If it wasn't for him, we would have lost this game. Where you at? Bridges. And Robinson, where you at? Oh, yeah, he got 8 offensive rebounds. That's big. I like that stuff. But loco, I mean, we're struggling. And the Heat are really, they're not like the premier team out there. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to play us tough all the time. It doesn't matter where we play them. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. The Miami Heat are going to play the New York Knicks tough. I already understand that. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, we got a superstar in Cat. And you ended up with 39. I bet you if Giannis had 31 at the half, he would have ended up with at least 55. Double nickel, like on some Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But no, isn't, like, what happened to you, son? Una mierda, loco. And don't, Don't let me interview you because I'm gonna talk about this game about like, yo, what happened to you, son? What were you thinking? I know there was a handful of plays you were double teamed. There was a couple of handful of plays in the second half that it was a tough shot for you. But you are our superstar. When our Brunson goes down, we want you to be that guy. Come on, babe. Shooting 3-pointers from half court. What do you? I know you're a good 3-point shooter. I understand. For a big man, you're probably one of the best ever. But a local. This is what gets me frustrated, son. And look at the spread. You know what I mean? And the Knicks win by 8. I thought they won by 10 because I was like, wait a second. By the time this dude shot that last shot, I thought they would, I thought the Heat lost by 10. But no, they lost by 8. 140 to 132, son. The Heat barely score 130 points a game because they're mostly about defense. But oh, my G, son. Josh Hart, really nice game, triple-double, official. Love the guy. He was busting it. Even though that last play in the second half, you traveled, my G. That was a travel and a half. And then the total points, 240 and a half points. They went over. Everybody went on the under on that because it's the Knicks versus the Heat. You don't expect them to score this much. You're expecting this game to be like 102 to 99. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, my G. They play on Monday. I mean, the win streak is over. We lost to Orlando. We played trash. You know what I'm saying? After scoring like 130 points for for 3-4 games in a row, undefeated at home, and we lost at home to these dudes. I'm in Orlando, son. I like the Orlando Magic. I'm going to cheer for them, except when they're playing my guys. But, loco, how are we losing to these dudes? We're the better team. Yeah, I know Brunson got hurt at a point in the game. I got you, my G. Come on, dogs. You look at our starting lineup, B, and our bench, man. Come on. Come on, big. We're supposed to be winning the chip, son. You know what I mean? This will be Mike Brown's first championship as a head coach. You know what I'm saying? Not as an assistant. He has like 4 chips as an assistant. You know what I mean? So I got faith in my guy, but it's, man, son, just my G. Anyways, at least we're not the Pelicans, right? The Pelicans fired Coach Willie Green after starting 2-10. But dogs, that's going to happen to a lot of coaches that coach the Pelicans and the Charlotte, Hornets and all that stuff. Like, these teams, they don't win, dogs, in the NBA, son. And they got talented guys over there. Anyways, the Mavs fired Nico Harrison. And my take on his trade to get AD over and, ship the third best player in the NBA to the Lakers because, the NBA wants the Lakers to be relevant because, they sell tickets worldwide. Who's watching the Mavs worldwide? I'll wait for that answer, my G. The Lakers did beat the Bucks. I mean, Giannis had 32. Luka had 41. When he's on, dogs, it's like he was chucking it from 3. Like, yeah, that's good. But he's an amazing ball player, son. It's like, and then AD is hurt. He's in and out of injuries the whole season, dogs. Come on, B. That was the worst trade I've ever seen in my life. I don't care what anybody says. And now the Mavericks are even thinking of moving away from AD and Kyrie Irving. Like, they want to get rid of them. And I'm like, all right, so you got lag, that's lagging right now because he's a rookie. He's trying to learn how to be, professional and be really good in the NBA. You see the talent. That dude's like 6'9". He can make moves. You put a good team around him, maybe he'll be like Paolo over there for the Magic. You know what I'm saying? You get a good squad, they start winning, boom. But, the owner wants the Maverick franchise to go to Las Vegas because of the casino thing. And you have to sell it up. Before I end this, let me talk about the standings. Everybody got to know what I think about the standings. But, yes, rest in peace to one of the greatest basketball players and coaches the NBA has ever had. Lenny Wilkins passed away recently, my condolences to him and his family and stuff. I never seen him play as a player, of course, but I remember him as a coach for the Hawks and all types of different teams. He put a big stamp in the NBA, and we need more people like him, bro. Just worldwide in sports in general, just an amazing person, and rest in peace, my G. Now, here we go. In the standings, we got Detroit Pistons looking real nice, 11-2. Woo! The Knicks are in second place, 8-4. Cleveland is 9-5. Toronto is 8-5. Nice to see. The Sixers are scrappy. They're 7-5. Milwaukee 8-6. Chicago 6-5. Then we got Orlando and the Magics here in Florida. We're both 7-6 at the bottom. You know what I mean? Top 10. We're not going to talk about Boston. They're struggling because they don't got a superstar on the team. Right, Brown? You're not a superstar. You got paid a lot of dough, but for your team to be 6-7, yeah, that's sabe, loco. Indiana, I don't know what happened to them. I know their superstar player is gone. Some dudes left to other teams. 1-2 after being in the NBA Finals, my G. I told you the Knicks should have, man, I'm telling you, the NBA, son, I'm just tired of the NBA, dogs. Their games are so scripted and fixed. It's horrible to see, my G. It's horrible. It's horrible, son. Anyways, in the Western Conference, we got OKC at 13-1. They starting just like last year. They're the best team, dogs. They're the best team. Denver's creeping, 10-2. Houston's 8-3. The Lakers are doing nice without LeBron and Luka at the same time, but Luka came back, 10-4. Not bad, my G. San Antonio 8-4. Phoenix 8-5. Minnesota 8-5. Golden State 8-6, and most of their guys are hurt. Curry's not even playing. I was watching Friday night's game. I'm like, I don't want to watch this game. Curry's not even there. He's on the bench. Who wants to see Butler? I'm joking, dog. Butler's the man. Let me see here. Portland is 6-6, and Utah 4-8 to round off the top 10 in the Western Conference. New Orleans, Dallas, Sacramento. Yo, the NBA hates Sacramento, dogs. The Sacramento Kings, y'all fans will never see a chip, babe. For real. Prove me wrong. They hate Sacramento. I don't even know why that franchise is over there, but for real, son. The Clippers will never win a chip as long as the Lakers are still in LA. So might as well move the Clippers somewhere else. Go back to San Diego. Maybe they'll win a chip there because, once a team gets a new stadium, a new look, usually it's like, oh, we need some revenue over here. Let's win a chip real quick. You know how these fucking franchise works, babe. Everything is fixed, set up. Una mierda, loco. You can't even watch games and have fun and be like, oh, man, that was a great game. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, here we go with this garbage. Let me see. Do I have any things that I jotted down here? Let's see. A lot of baseball stuff. I mean, who is this guy? That's gonna be my segment from now on, dogs. A player that does something out of the ordinary. Landry Shamet on Friday. Who is this guy? 36 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 6. He did hit 6 3-pointers, I guess. That's the stats right there on that image that I put to the side there. But who is this guy? You know what I mean? Off the bench? I mean, well, after hearing that rant, you know what I mean? I would love for the New York Knicks to hear that and be like, man, this dude Hanz is passionate about us winning the chip. We can't be losing, you know what I mean? I know they beat the Heat, they lost to Orlando, fine. But going forward, especially this month of November, there's tons of teams that we can beat, even with Brunson on the sidelines. But again, who is this guy? I'm gonna go into my baseball segment here. I mean, Jalen Brunson, I hope you're doing right. I know that you left with crutches or in a boot or something. So we'll see. Take your time. As long as we can win some games, he can rest and take care of that properly. So let's switch it up, babe. All right, so my last segment, real quick, Jake Paul is going to fight Anthony Joshua. I'm not sure what happened to the Nate Diaz Part 2 fight. I have no clue because it says here, let me see here, December 19th. Is it this year or next year? It doesn't say, but Home of Fight is on X app. If you check them out, they got dope, boxing content, and that's where I saw this little thing right here. It says here, this fight will not be exhibition. It will go on the fighter's record as a professional bout. So let's see if Jake Paul can pull this one off. Joshua, you're looking diesel, my G. Dale una trompa de loco. Anyways, let's go into the MLB. Of course, we got to start it off with the man, the myth, the legend. Aaron Judge is American League's MVP. I know Kyle Riley is a good conversation, man. He deserved it too, you know what I'm saying, for what he did as a catcher, the amount of home runs, all that good stuff, my G. He deserves it. And in the National League, of course, who else is going to get the MVP? Shohei Ohtani got his fourth MVP, like total, in his career. 3 more to tie the great Barry Bonds. It's going to be hard not to give this guy the MVP, especially next year when he's going to start pitching, and he's probably going to pitch like 15 to 18 games and might have a winning record and all that good stuff. It's going to be hard. And then he's going to hit 50 home runs and bat 289, 100 RBIs. My G, But I think there's going to be a lot of ball players in the future that are going to be pitching and hitting, or, I don't know. What else can you do? You're going to play the outfield or you're going to play the infield and then hit. So, but that pitching stuff, somebody's going to do it. So let's see here. Tariq Skubal has won back-to-back American League Cy Young Awards. Amazing. They haven't seen that in a long time. That was awesome. And then Paul Skeens wins the 2025 National League Cy Young Award unanimously on a losing squad. But of course, man, he only needs one run from the team and he takes over. So that's pretty cool, man. Congratulations to him. He might be traded pretty soon because, even though he says that he would like for Pittsburgh to be a contender and for him to be part of trying to win a championship, they don't got it, dogs. You think they got the money to pay him? I think they do, man. These billionaires got to come out their pockets, bro. You know what I'm saying? And start paying these guys so they can be, great, great teams. You know what I mean? Get some players over there. It'll be nice to see Pittsburgh win, some, besides the goddamn football team every season. Anyways, for the second straight year, Stephen Volk of the Cleveland Guardians is the American League Manager of the Year, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So, let me see here. This, X channel or social media page, BR Walkoff. They ranked Tatsuna Ima's top 10 landing spots of Japan's, I believe he's a pitcher in Japan. Because he has a 1.92 ERA with 178 strikeouts over 163.2 innings this season for the Saitama Cebu Lions in Japan. So they're thinking that the number one place that he's going to end up is going to be on the Giants, San Francisco. He's definitely going to be in the West Coast because that's how, they want their people to still watch them play. So he'll probably be over there. They said the Mets, Red Sox, Yankees, Blue Jays, Cubs, Dodgers, Padres, Orioles, and the Diamondbacks. I mean, the Dodgers already got like 3 from Japan right now. You know what I mean? One was in the Cy Young race, won the MVP for the World Series. They got Otani over there. You know what I mean? Might as well just go over there. You know, win some championships, be a winner instead of a loser. Let me see here. So we got some special things going on over here. So Dodgers repeat as World Series champions. Shohei Ohtani repeats as National League MVP. Aaron Judge repeats as a American League MVP. Skubal repeats as an AL Cy Young winner. And then we got Vogt and Murphy, who coaches the Brewers, as repeat managers of the year. Baseball, man. Baseball's still going on. Actually, I didn't get the chance to watch this game, but the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, they set up some, pros and, I guess amateurs to play in this game at Citi Field in New York, which is the Mets Stadium. The DR won 6-2. Good for them and stuff. But, to me, man, I think I would just be happy to watch, these guys play against each other. There's great competition and stuff, but there's mutual respect. We know how great Dominicans and Puerto Ricans are at baseball. Probably the top, ball players in the world. But, a lot of Latino countries have amazing teams. Venezuela, Nicaragua, Mexico, you know what I'm saying? Cuba, even though Cuba's not, in the picture because of their circumstances in their country. But, you put us all together. Let me own a baseball team, dogs. I'll be like, nope, I'm only hiring Latinos, coaches and ball players. Do it how many championships I'm going to win, doggy. They're like, nah, it's not fair. Nah, it's not fair. But, if you guys do subscribe to Baseball Aficionados, they were at the game. They were interviewing people and and interviewing some, staff or players and stuff like that. Their content's official. They were there in Citi Field, so that's pretty awesome. I'm very happy for you guys. Let me see here. Oh, I got a picture right here. Reliever of the year. Aroldis Chapman for the Red Sox, baby. This dude is still doing it, son. I swear, man. I don't know how he's still pitching over 90 miles per hour at his age. Now, I saw this on Fox, man. This is dope because I've been to, let me see here, 4 out of these 10 stadiums. So the top 10 most recognizable major league stadiums, of course, Fenway, Wrigley, Dodger Stadium, let me see here, Camden Yards for the Orioles, Oracle Park for the Giants, PNC Park, which is beautiful over there. I've never been, but, the Pirates. I'm telling you, man, their stadium's official. They just need a winning ball club, dogs. Then we got, of course, Yankee Stadium. Who doesn't know that? Out in the Bronx, Petco Park. I think one of the most gorgeous, man, that stadium is dope, son, from top to bottom. Let me see here. Coors Field, they say, is on this list, and Citizens Bank Park. So, of course, my wife and I, we've been to Philly, we've been to San Diego, we've been to the Yankees, and then we've been to Fenway. Now, my wife did go to Wrigley Field, something that she had to do out there in Chicago for something. I forgot what it was, but, she got to go to a game, and she loved it. So those are out of this top 10, those are the stadiums I've been to, and hopefully next year I can go to L.A., maybe San Francisco, even though it might be a little bit too far from where my friends live, but we'll see, man. We'll be making some trips in the future to check this out, man. I want to go to all the stadiums, of course. And then, let's see here. Oh, real important. The Yankees are allegedly interested in Edwin Diaz. They need a closer. That would be big. That would be huge, man. he can come in and dominate. That's what we're talking about, dogs. And then let me see here. All right, so let's see. Shohei Ohtani, first player in baseball, basketball, NFL football, and hockey history to win an MVP and a championship in the first 2 seasons with a team. Pretty impressive, even though, they're just coming up with stuff to say like, oh, he's the first to do this, he's the second to do that, because he's the money maker, bro. Unfortunately, he didn't. He has an interpreter, and these guys over here did not. Cleveland Guardians pitchers. Let me see, Clase, Emmanuel Clase, and Luis Ortiz. They're banned from the major leagues, my G. And people should really take a look at that investigation, dogs, because it's very weird to me. I know you can't be betting on your own sport and doing things on purpose to win or lose a bet, but man, these guys can't even play in other leagues. You know what I mean? If the MLB is involved in your baseball league, they're not allowed to play there either. So they can't play in the Dominican League. They're probably banned from playing in Japan or Mexico, stuff like that. Dogs, that sucks. I don't think they're going to, get an opportunity to ever play again in the major leagues. I mean, I know they messed up, being involved with the wrong people. They messed up on all of their millions of dollars, especially Class A. Class A was a dominant closer, bro. He was looking at, those 100 million type of deals and stuff, but, te quiere ganar $500,000 and shit. Or your boys or some, I don't know, dogs. He must have been, I think he was involved with some people, dogs. I don't know, son. It looks bad. But, that's what it is, man. I mean, I'll touch on it next time. But thanks for watching. If you last this long, put down in the comments that Shaman is the greatest shooting guard of all time. Who is this guy?
Hands down. Hands down. Hands down, shit, you know what I mean?